Dobby. Dobby baby. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Yes, my good girl. Come on, Dobby baby. You're the leader of this group. Come on, Mama. Get your bum. Dobby. Come on. Over here. There you go. Good. All right, little Emmy. You know the drill. You go up here. Yeah, Dobby's still getting used to the routine, so I end up having to lift her up and put her back up on the stand. It took her about a week to jump up on her own reliably, so she does get to that point after a few more days of practice. So I'm just moving my stool over so that I can sit down to milk. Makes it a lot easier. Alright, let's see if that'll stabilize. Lovely. So I'm getting a wet wipe to clean the udder. Just always the first step. I'm just warming it up in my hands a little bit because it's still freezing up here. And wiping off the dirt and lanolin. And I usually get the first squeeze or two out of the teat at the same time. It's hard to tell because I don't just spray it onto the ground, but usually that first little bit comes out anyway. And then I grab my coconut oil, which is probably the best thing in the whole world because I have fairly large hands and milking tiny teats is not easy.
Are you going to cause havoc now?
Without it. So basically, yeah, it just makes it so that I can slide my hand around rather than having to do the full fisted squeeze that most people do when they milk. Careful, not too much. Good girl, though. That was very sweet. Good girl. Okay, you can open this leg a little bit. I need you to open up your leg a little bit. I'll do it. Good girl. So since I milk from the side and not from the back or the front, I kind of hug around her one leg. So you can see I have my one arm through her back legs and my left arm is on the front. And that way, actually, I find really, really easy to milk. And I can even rest my elbow on my knee because I'm close enough. And if my other arm needs a break, I can do it that way too. Here I'm only milking the one side because her lamb has mostly emptied the other side. So I just kind of take a break and not be too hard on the one side there. So I feed Dobby a quart each time I milk her. So about a quarter of that quart of feed is alfalfa pellets, and the rest is all like I think it's a 14% grain. And it's got a mix of pellets as well as whole grains in it. So that's what she gets every milking. And that's pretty much all they get. And once they're outside on grass, I start weaning them off of that. They just get a little bit of grain here and there as a treat or as a lure because they're all bucket trained, so they come running when I shake the scoop. So here I'm just both feeling the udder to see what she's holding back on me and also massaging to stimulate some more letdown. This is morning milking and she tends to retain more in the mornings to save it for her lamb, which is totally fine. I just try to milk so that both sides are even. So you can see I'm still focused on her right side because it is still a little bit more engorged than the other. And yeah, that's good. 200 mils. So in the corner where I'm pouring the milk, I have a little mason jar with a coffee filter in it that's just with the rim of the lid screwed on. And so I strain it through there so that it can kind of get that part of the process done while I get her down and put her in and play with her lamb and, you know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, milk is all filtered. Just one little stick in there. Maybe a little tiny bit of dirt. I'm ready to go to the house.
So this is obviously evening milking now. It's dark. I have a flashlight that actually goes around my neck so that I can still see and be hands-free at the same time. Yeah, she's silly girl. Still here. Like it's like every other day back at this point that she would jump up. So I'm just like encouraging her and like tapping her on the butt, trying to just encourage her to go up on her own.
Come on, sweetie. Let's go. That's a good girl. Good girl, Dobby. That's cold. Good girl. Get that straw off there.
So yep, the routine is pretty much the same every time. Wipe the udder clean and, you know, get my coconut oil out and get her ready to be milked. Try to get off as much of the big stuff as I can, but I'm not gonna be too particular about it. Just do what I can. I seriously love the coconut oil. I cannot believe how much easier it makes milking. Like, totally different story compared to not having it. I don't think I'd ever milk again without it now. And I mean, Foxy has beautiful big hand milkable teats, and I actually prefer the smaller ones with the coconut oil now. After experiencing both, this is so much better than, you know, the other way of hand milking, in my opinion and experience. It's kind of hard to describe, but basically, like, my hand motion is I'm pushing up into the udder and then using my thumb of my left hand there to push the milk down the teat. So my fingers aren't really moving that much. They're just moving up and down. My thumb is really what's pushing the milk out. I love the sound when the milk is really coming down. That just tells you that she's letting the milk down and it's just going so fast. It's the best. So here I just reach down and just check her udder again, just to make sure that there's, you know, not any more I need to take out. And it's perfect, just as I thought it was when I stopped milking, which is good. Since I'm milk sharing with the baby, I really don't want to strip her udder. I'm just taking anything that she has extra. So while I wait for the milk to filter, I just kind of, you know, pick more debris off her and look her over, and I find some spots that may need a little bit of trimming that I missed when I was shearing. So I think I'd take some scissors to those later on, so those are cleaned up. When I'm not picking over Dobby, I'm playing with her lamb. Spend a lot of time petting her and, you know, picking up her feet and stuff like that, just handling her and getting her used to me, or people in general at this point.
Such a good baby. Good girl. And then this one. Oh, what a good baby you are. What a good baby.
So the total routine probably takes about 20 minutes each milking, and that includes preparing, getting out to the barn, and cleaning up when I get back. It's really, really quick. And yeah, so that's what it looks like. Not too bad at all.